Welcome back, you beautiful people. Welcome to my bike cave. Yes, I'm back in here for another Blake build. Now this one, I'm gonna make all those comments come true that I did where I built my little man a balance bike, like super modern geometry. Look at it, it is so slack. Actually, it's too slack. Anyway, he's actually outgrown this already and he's back onto his little red one. Now, the comments at the end of that video I asked for were, should I build a adult sized balance bike? And everyone was like, hell yes! Build one of them for sure and go and try and ride it on the trails. Now that's what I'm going to be doing today. I'm going to be building a adult balance bike. So let's get cracking! Actually, before we get super carried away, this is the actual idea that I'm gonna go for. I'm gonna make it as simple as possible, as simple as a balance bike. And this is what it's gonna look like. Wheel, obviously very important. Forks, again, very important. But this is where the simplicity comes in. Simplicity. Anyway, this is where it comes in. That's all I'm going to do. That is a massive scaffold board. And then I'm going to somehow fabricate a wooden seat. That's going to go there. I'm going to have some bars on it. A stem, bars. That's how simple I'm going to go. This is the donor bike. This is X-rated, dude. Alright, this is definitely going to be an X-rated adult balance bike. I'm going to be using this. I'm going to cut it there and there. Poor bike, rest in peace. And I'm going to try and mount that front end into the wood. That's what I'm going to be trying to do. I'm going to mount that into the wood. Right, first things first, this thing weighs an absolute ton. It's so heavy. But I'm going to take this apart. I'm going to make it as big as possible so I can cut it down, because I don't want to make it too small and then I end up having not much structural strength in the front end where I want it. I don't want it to snap. Alright, tools. Oh, hell yeah. That's way better. Thanks, Jen. Cake so early in the video. Damn. Look at that, that's disgusting. That is disgusting. I feel bad. Okay, now frame. I'm gonna cut this scaffold board in half. It's 240 long, so I'm gonna cut it at 120. Then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna glue and sandwich them together to give it a super thick frame structure to hopefully be strong enough. It's gonna be 3 inches thick. But before I glue it all together, I want to router out or machine out where the frame's gonna sit in, and then when I put that in, I'm gonna sand the frame down, make it all rough, glue it and epoxy resin it into the wood, and then have this stereo tube sticking out the end so it doesn't like move and twist. And then I'm gonna bolt it and screw it and just make it super strong. Now hopefully that's gonna work. Hopefully it should work. Okay, now that's 1 inch thick, and that, well, actually nearly 1 inch thick, and this is 2 inches thick, this tube. So, and it tapers, wow, it's 2 inches. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna trace this out, 5 mil there, 5 mil over here. And I'm gonna just machine this out, half that and half this, so inch here, half an inch around here, and then I'm gonna just slot that in there. Do the same on that one, slot that on top, sandwich it together. Glue it in there, epoxy resin. I got some Gorilla epoxy. I'm gonna chuck that all in there, sand this all back, like grind it all nice and get all this stuff off, and then bolt it all together. So I've got like a full frame setup. Okay, this one, it looks ugly in there. It's ugly, but that's gonna be hidden. So this is gonna fit in there like that, and sandwich that in there, and I'm gonna do the same to this side, and then that will go on top like that, and glue this all together, and that is gonna be the main structure of the frame. Right, let's do this. Okay, after taking that all out, that's been horrible. That just fits on there like that. It's quite snug, which is good. Don't mind it being super snug, as long as it fits in there. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Now, get that off. This bit right here, I need to take off all of this paint, sand it all off with the angle grinder. And then epoxy resin, that in there, like that, squish it in, and then bolt it together. Right, look at that. Sanded down, I reckon that. That's going in there. What? Snug as a bug in a rug. And then that gets sandwiched in there like that. Oh yeah! And I found these in the cupboard. So, well, they're going straight through there like that. Straight through there. There's enough meat there to grab. But now it's time to glue and sandwich this all together. That's quite a lot of glue. That's quite a lot of glue. Right, wood glue. Alright, that's looking good. There's a little bit of a gap there, but I can fill that, and that'll look super sexy. Now, I'm going to give it an hour or so to dry and set, but before I do that, I'm going to drill some holes in here so I can put in those coach bolts, and that'll actually help it clamp it more together. So I'm going to do that now. That's actually squeezed it out quite a lot. That's good. I'm glad I did that. I'm gonna leave that for quite a while. I'm gonna go make a cup of tea. Oh man, Jen keeps making stuff for me to eat. This is like a little jam tart. Ha! Marmalade. Amazing, amazing. Right, this has had about an hour, but I don't think that's enough. I reckon it needs to be overnight, but we haven't got all night to wait. Right, I think I'm gonna grind these off. Maybe tie them up a little bit more so they're in the wood, and then I'm gonna grind them off, and then we're gonna be a-okay. Hey, grind up! Yeah, that looks good. I'm happy with that. Now, for the forks. You're gonna love it. It's so old school. I just hope it works. I hope it works. Let me go get them. Look at these things, blast from the past. Mazzocchi Monster Bomber Forks from 2002. Let's put them on, because I'm excited to see what they look like. Let's put those crazy ball bearings in there. Put that up there. Oh no, dude! Look at it! Look at it! The geometry looks nuts. It's rather steep. That looks cool. That looks cool. Right, let's move on to that rear end, because we need a back wheel. So I'm going to cut off this bit here, but I just I'm going to use 26-inch wheel on the rear. Just I've marked out where I'm going to be sitting. I think with the reach on the bars and stuff, I'm thinking about there is where my bum's going to go. I'll cut that bit off there. So that is the frame. Big 4x2 here. And then I'll work on the rear end. Let's cut that then. There's no return right now. If I cut it, that's it. There's no going back now. That actually looks way nicer. Look at that, dude. Okay, this is going to be the swing arm. Super heavy duty wood, this. Okay, after doing some brainstorming, I've worked it out. To get the actual right measurements to hold that hub in the back, I'm going to build my seat. I'm going to cut some ply, put it there, glue it the other side. So let's cut some 18mm ply. Okay, now that there's going to be the seat. This is where I'm thinking of putting foot pegs if I'm going to need them. Glue that on, and then I'm going to put on the swing arm and glue that on, and then I'm going to drill big holes so I can put the threaded bar through so it's super strong and it's not going to snap. So I'm going to probably put 3 in. 1, 2, and 3. Right, there she is. Don't ask me how much it weighs. It weighs more than one bike, that's for sure. Right, let's assemble this thing. Nice! Well, the front end's on. Now I just got to deal with the rear, which shouldn't be too much of a problem. Right, mudguard. Saddle's there. Now, I want to put a mudguard on because I actually cut this bit off. Got this one. I reckon if I put that in there like that, I think it'll just finish it off really nicely and add a little bit of a modern touch to it. That was the last touch. Actually, I got one more. I got 2 more touches. But this, do you know what? It might be strong, it might not. It might just bend and snap off on a heavy impact. But we'll see how we go. We'll see how we go with that. If it does do some damage, I might just put a piece of wood underneath there, just to give it a little bit more support. But I think that's going to be good enough. I've done a test run, and it is scary with no brakes. It weighs 80 kilos. Let's see how much this thing weighs. 105 kilos. That's 25 kilos. This is quite heavy.
A button.
Oh. Good, careful. Oh, it's recording. Fred, one final touch, and it has to be Blake Build sticker. Yes. You can actually buy these. If you go to our store, GMBN store, you will find these and a number of other stickers. Right, let's go to Windhill. Oh, change of plan. We are at Rogate, not Windhill. I thought I'd change it up. I thought I'd come here. I got a crowd, got my fans for the old Fred. You ready? I'm not ready. There's a jump right there. Go. Oh. I don't need brakes yet. Oh, there's a jump. I know exactly the outfit for this! Oh gosh. Yeah! Thanks for watching another crazy Blake builds. This one has been a fun but challenging build for me. I've loved it. Now the question is, what should I build next? A tall bike? A side hack? An all-terrain bike rack? Maybe I'll build another bicycle, one that I could pedal. I don't know. Let us know in the comments down below. I'd love to hear what you guys want to see next. I'll see you in the next one. See ya!